Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Prosperous Living with Toya, and I am your spiritual cheerleader. And today what's been on my mind is true forgiveness. And as I have been contemplating, meditating on this, it truly does mean forgetfulness. That in order to move on and to get right with yourself is to truly forget those things that are behind and press toward the higher mark. And if that scripture sounds familiar, it is. It's something that Paul reminds us of in the New Testament, that we have to put off the old man. We have to let go of all past hurts, all of any traumatic events that we may have had in our lives. Maybe we felt we've been done wrong. Maybe we felt like people just weren't living up to the standards we think they should live up to. Whatever the case may be, that we have to truly live in a state of forgetfulness, and that is true forgiveness. And forgiveness also means to give forth that which you would like in return, or that which you would want to experience if, say, the shoe was on the other foot. Maybe you did someone wrong. Maybe you weren't being a great friend or a great spouse, or maybe you had mismanagement with money, or experiencing problems in your business or on your job or in school, or whatever the case may be. That you have to truly decide to give yourself the grace as well as give others the grace. Because remember, there are no others, right? Everyone else is just a reflection of your own consciousness. So there is really never anyone doing anything to you. Everyone is doing or playing parts for you. So if you believe that, people just don't show up for you, or people just don't come and support you like you think they should, that's because that's an innate belief within yourself. And I know I have struggled with this. I have struggled with the being supported and people showing up and recognizing that I am the creator of my reality, and coming into full acknowledgement that what I'm experiencing, I caused it, that if I truly want to move past that and not really experience it again, because it does not feel good, right? It does not feel good to not be supported, or to not have people show up in your life, or to have people, we can say maybe mistreated, or, not feel loved, or whatever category we want to place it in. That's really not the case. It's really our own misgivings about ourselves, and we're reflecting that out into our everyday experience. And if we really want to stop having those type of experiences and feeling that way, well, for one, we have to stop reacting to it. So I realized that I am the creator of my own reality, and I just have to be loving and kind to myself and say, hey, I am a cool person. I am someone that people love to be around. When I come around, I bring great energy and great light. I'm an uplifter. I'm an encourager. I'm going to be that friend that tells you, yes, you can. I'm going to be that family member that encourages you to greatness, that for you to believe that all things are possible, that there is no limitations on life except for those that you put on yourself, and to remind myself of my greatness, of who I am, that I am a kind, giving person, and to be more kind and giving to myself, to truly forgive or give forth the grace, the compassion, the joy, the harmony, the love, first to myself, because what I first give to myself, that's what I can then give unto others, and I will see it reflected in my life. And so the key is application and recognition, to truly be aware of thoughts and feelings when it comes to different experiences in our life that we may call the unwanted, because there is nothing good or bad in and of itself. Only thinking makes it so. It's only our thoughts about a thing that makes it quote unquote negative, because really there is no negative. Things just are, and we give meaning to it. We define it based on mostly conditioning, right? And based on our own beliefs about it. And so we have to ask ourselves, well, what do I have to believe in order for this thing to be true? So I would have to believe, X, Y, Z, that, or I have to believe that, people are just not supportive. And that just isn't true. People are supportive. Why? Because you're supportive. Because I am supportive. If I truly want to see that experience in my life, I have to stop reacting when people maybe can't show up the way you want them to, or quote unquote have let you down, or have mistreated or taken advantage. Like, those are some of the labels or categories we give people when we feel like playing the victim, when there are no victims in this reality, and that we are the cause and creator of all things that happen. And since we know that we created it, we can take it back and we can recreate it. We can choose to have a different perspective. And so that's where that forgiveness, that forgetfulness comes in, right? It's really hard to repair relationships, to build them back up, if you're always going to remember the unwanted experience. If you're going to and look at the unwanted experience as something that was deemed negative, you really have to remove the judgment, the criticism, the guilt, the shame. You have to remove all of that and truly allow the forgiveness to flow through you, which is the love, the kindness, the grace, the compassion. You truly have to allow and sit with those beliefs. Allow that to take over you, because that is our natural state. Our natural state is harmony. Our natural state, we are love. Love is not even a state. Love is just the essence of our being. It is who we are. That is, and everything else is a byproduct of that true essence of our being. That love brought all this into existence. Love gave us choice. Love created this body. Love created harmony, compassion, joy, whatever quote unquote good thing you want to exercise or believe, or condition yourself to, or not even condition yourself to, recognize the trueness of our being. And the trueness of our being is love and light, right? That we are the light of our own world. We are the truth of our own being. We are the door of our own blessings. And so the more we can identify and recognize those true attributes of our divine essence, of the God self, of the Christ within, we'll put off the old man and put on a new man that is what? Renewed day by day. And so Paul also reminds us in the New Testament is that we die daily. You have to die daily. Why? Because every day you're expanding, you're coming to more awareness of things that you more so want to see differently. And every day we want to learn to be non-judgmental, uncritical, no guilt, no shame, no struggle, no sacrifice, right? The effortless, easy way. Like, this life is so effortless and so easy, but we have to choose effortlessness. We have to choose the easy path. We have to make it simple, and when it starts with us and we decide to take ownership of our own life and take the power back and stop giving it to others and stop saying, well, they did this thing and so that made me feel this way. Well, no, they did a thing and you chose to feel a way. You can choose not to feel anything. You can choose not to have a reaction. You can choose to say, I created that. This person is playing a part. And what do I have to believe in order for this to show up in my life? And so you decide, I don't want to believe that anymore. I'm going to choose to believe differently. I'm going to choose not to have a reaction. And I'm going to choose to be kind to myself, to give myself grace, to be compassionate to myself. And then I'll see that reflected in my world. But it all begins with us. You have to say with me. It starts with me. I must see things differently in order for things to be different. I must sit with myself and say, what kind of friend, what kind of spouse, what kind of, business partner, what kind of, boyfriend, girlfriend do I want to be? However you define these things in your everyday life, in your everyday experience and relationships to whatever it is in your life, whether it's you want to be better, see money differently, whether you want to see yourself in business, maybe you no longer want to work, say, a 9 to 5, you want to be an entrepreneur, and so you have to say within yourself, oh, I can see myself doing that. I forget what it means to be a 9 to 5 worker. I have no remembrance of what that world is like, because I'm choosing this over here. I'm choosing to give my energy to the entrepreneurial person that I am now. That desire that I have now, that's what I'm going to look at. I want to look at the fact that I make my own hours. I decide what customer service I'm going to offer. I'm going to believe everyone that comes into my experience will have a wonderful experience, because I'm going to create that wonderful experience. It will always be a reciprocity type of relationship, and that what I give to others, I will naturally give back to me, because that what I sow is what I reap. What I give, what I believe to be true about myself, will show up in my world. That's why a lot of people remind us, me, myself included, and other teachers of this spiritual awakening, is that we don't get what we want, we get who we are. See, I can say that I want to have my own wonderful business, that it is a 6-figure, 7-figure a year earning business, right? But at the same time, I'm wondering, like, how's that going to happen? Where are the clients? No one's buying from me. I'm not doing business with anyone. Like, I'm thinking all of the things that are opposite that desire. Well, I can only experience that which I am aware of. And that's who I am. I am aware of actually not being a 6-figure to 7-figure business entrepreneur or owner. I'm thinking of everything in the opposite of that. I'm agreeing with the opposite. I'm agreeing with, well, I don't have a lot of clients. My business is taking forever to get off. I'm just focusing on all the things I don't want, and then confused as to why I keep experiencing the lackfulness of a business that is thriving. Well, we have to ask ourselves, what am I giving my attention to? What have I not forgetting? What am I not letting go? Where is the forgiveness in that business adventure? I have to completely forgive every person that didn't purchase from me, or that didn't hire me to do business with them. I have to completely let that go and completely give forth, like, yes, I have wonderful, excellent clients. Every business relationship is so wonderful and so beautiful. It is a relationship of a symbiotic relationship, that we're both getting something out of it. I'm giving a wonderful experience, giving my best, doing quality and excellent work, and they are just so receptive to that business etiquette, that the way that I'm presenting myself, the way that I am, so engaged and giving them everything they wanted and more. That's what I'm focusing on. And with focusing on that, the business starts to flourish. I forget that I ever thought the other way. Like, it never even comes to mind. I'm just so become the person that is the 6-figure to 7-figure owner. And I'm feeling that way, even if I don't have any proof of that. I don't go by what the third dimension, the external world, is telling me, if it is not lining up with what I believe about myself. That I don't give in and I don't react to the external, right? That I continue to feast upon, I continue to meditate and contemplate and just enjoy, like, man, just how wonderful the day is, just how many more clients, how many more people are just coming to me because I love what I do, I enjoy what I do, and people see that, and that belief, that knowing just permeates throughout the day, just permeates throughout my being, just permeates and just is seen by all that come in contact with me. So yes, it's true forgiveness is forgetfulness, letting go of the old beliefs, the old limiting beliefs that kept you stagnant, kept you stuck, that lackful mentality. You got to let it go. You got to let it go when it comes to hurt, to trauma, to mistreatment, to wrongdoing, however you want to label it, whatever category you want to put it in. You got to let it go and be in the moment of now. Now, how do I feel? Now, what is my desire? Now, what is I'm going to persist in? I'm going to persist in that loving, harmonious, joyful, peaceful, compassionate way, because that way just naturally brings about a light, a glow, a joy that all can see. And this is something that once we decide to do this, it becomes easier, because it's the easier way. It's easier to just let things go. Just allow the world to show you how wonderful life truly can be when we allow ourselves to forgive. Because forgiveness, like I said, is never about the other person, because there are no seeming others. Everyone else is just you, your own awareness, your own consciousness pushed out. This is your world. You have the power to create however you want it to be. And since you have the power to create however you want to be, why not create the lovely things? Why not think of the wonderful things and amazing things? And not saying that you're not going to get angry. You're not going to get hurt. You're not going to feel unwanted or mistreated, that you're not going to experience those things, because we're human. We're going to have those things. But then it's about, how long do I want to sit with that? How long am I going to allow those things to permeate and control my experience in this world? How long? How long? Don't let it go too long. Like I said, be angry and sin not. Don't let the sun go down upon your wrath, right? You don't want to go to sleep in that, because you go to sleep in it, you'll wake up like that. It just becomes the cycle that just seems you can't get out of. So that's why it's best to just acknowledge it. Say, yes, I'm mad. Yes, I'm angry. Yes, I do. And I'm going to allow myself to be angry, but then I'm going to allow myself to let it go and move on. And I know it may seem difficult at times. Sometimes it may take a couple of days. It depends on how strong the hurt is, how much traumatic the event is. But remember, we are the cause. No manifestation comes into my experience unless I draw it. I had to draw it unto me, whether it was to teach me something, to remind me something, or just for the experience. Whatever it is, know that you are the cause, that we are the cause, that we drew it unto ourselves for the experience, because we came here as that spark, as that light, as consciousness, to have the human experience. We give meaning to life. We say what is pleasurable, what is pleasant, what is good for us, what we would like to experience more of. We get to decide that. So I hope all of this makes sense. I hope that we can truly begin to apply what forgiveness really is. It's not about remorse. It isn't about regret. It isn't any of that. It's all about forgetting those things that which have passed and pressing forward to the high calling, pressing toward the goal that you desire. Is that's to be happy, to be joyful, to be kind, to be compassionate, to be loving, to be peaceful. Right? You want all those things, and to be abundant, to have a wealth mindset, to flourish in everything and all things that you do. And you have to let go of the old way of seeing things and see that you are an unlimited being. Break off the limitations. They're not real. They're not real. So yes, our true essence is love. Allow love to lead with love, and you can never go wrong. Abide by the golden rule. Do unto others as you will have them do unto you, which is true forgiveness. All right? Treat people how you want to be treated. And I'm not saying that we continue and allow abuse or mistreatment or any of that. If you can't get yourself to see people in a different way, then the best thing is to remove yourself from the situation. If you haven't built up enough within your mind that you can see someone that has truly hurt you, have truly mistreated or have caused a traumatic experience, if you're still blaming them for that experience, the best thing is to remove yourself from that experience, remove yourself from that relationship, because you're continually to create that cycle. And that's what you don't want to do. You want to let go. You want to be in a better place. And you want to be in a place where you can truly forgive them, truly wish them love, light, peace, and all the good things. But it's okay that they're no longer a part of your experience. And that's just when you have let go of the hurt, the trauma, the mistreatment, the unwanted things, that person really either changes and confirms the change that you've made with yourself, or they're no longer a part of your life, because like attracts like. And the only reason anyone ever can come into your experience is because you drew them there. And that's why they'll continue to stay. So, but if you can take your attention away, because attention is the sap of life. Attention is what allows things to expand and grow in your experience. If you can take your attention away from whatever hurt, trauma, whatever disappointment, whatever it is, if you can give your attention to the wanted things, the things that you desire, the things that you will have to come into your experience, the other things just fall away from lack of attention. They have to die, they wither away, because you're not giving your energy to it. So yes, I think I have talked enough about forgiveness and the true meaning of forgiveness. And I hope you guys got a lot out of it, because I truly did. As they once used to say, I heard in the church, I came out of church, that the message is first to the messenger. This helps me as much as it helps you, because remember, there is only me, and I created you. Just like there's only you and you created me. We're just here to have this symbiotic relationship where we help one another to grow and expand and become the best version of ourselves. So with that being said, your spiritual cheerleader leaves with you this wonderful scripture which says, "Beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers." Now, go be great.